Okay, we will start. So
Okay, sir.
this course is the fish packaging technology. So we have studied several kinds of packaging materials used in packaging industry. One of the packaging material most commonly used in packaging industry is paper and paper board. Paper or paper board is most commonly used in packaging industry. सो दिस पेपर मोस्ट कॉमनली आजकल भी हम लोग देखते हैं स्ट्रीट फूड जो खाते हैं, चाहे वो वड़ा पाव हो, समोसा पाव हो, या फिर भजिया पाव हो, या फिर हमारा झाल मुढ़ी हो, या फिर ब्रेड पकौड़ा हो. तो व्हेन वी आर रीचिंग टू द स्ट्रीट वेंडर, व्हेन वी आर रीचिंग टू द स्ट्रीट फूड सेलर, we are not bothering or focusing the importance of packaging materials, what they are means selling, what they are means selling the food on which kind of packaging materials. So most commonly the street food seller they used is the paper or used newspaper for selling the food. So if we are consuming the food and if such type of packaging materials is used by the food seller or street food seller, so if we are eating such kind of foods, so we may suffer from several health effect. So we may suffer from the cancer. So because the ink which is used for printing newspaper, they are using the ink for showing their news bulletin. So that ink is not a food grade. So while means distributing the food or selling the food on that used newspaper, that time there is a chance that this ink may migrate to your food. That ink may stick to your food. That packaging materials or used newspaper may stick to your food. And if we are serving or if we are eating such kind of foods, so we may suffer from this health hazard, or we may suffer from cancer because they are carcinogenic in nature. So if we are food lover and especially the street food lover, so we must have to take care while going to the street food eating. So अगर किसी को ये हैबिट है जो हमें स्ट्रीट फूड खाना है, तो जो फूड सेलर हमें फूड को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं पेपर पे, उन्हें उनका हमें इम्पोर्टेंस बताना चाहिए. और इफ यू आर एजुकेटेड देन you don't have to eat such kind of food if they are distributed on that used paper or used paper if that they have used the printing. अगर वो पेपर प्रिंटिंग पर्पस से यूज किया गया है, अगर उस तरह का प्रिंटिंग पेपर पे फूड को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है स्ट्रीट फूड सेलर, तो वी मस्ट हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ आवर शेल्फ. So we will go one by one the paper. So first is the history, discovery. कहाँ से ये पेपर आया, कब आया, so that history we will go. So this discovery of paper, this credit goes to China by a Chinese scholar. Discovery of, you are seeing the screen?
Yes, sir.
Which screen?
Paper and board.
No, map it is coming, Indian map?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So one thing we will do, new share we will do. Now it is coming.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this discovery of paper goes to China, and it was discovered by a Chinese scholar in 105 AD. very long back, 105 AD by a Tashai Lu in.
एडी
Tashai
मतलब सर?
Anno Domini बोलते हैं ना, Anno Domini. Go to Google and type AD, Anno Domini. So in 105 AD, this paper discovery जो हुआ वो हमारा चाइना में हुआ, and that was by a Chinese scholar named Tasai Lun In. Okay, then from China it reached to the Korea. From China to Korea, it took 500 years to travel from China to Korea. चाइना में डिस्कवरी हुआ, चाइना से कोरिया पहुंचने में इसको 500 एडी लग गया. दैट मीन्स इन 600 एडी कोरिया में पेपर का ट्रांसफर हुआ फ्रॉम चाइना टू कोरिया. देन अगेन फ्रॉम कोरिया से फिर ये जापान गया. सो आफ्टर 10 years लेटर, दैट मीन्स 600 एडी के बाद 10 साल बाद ये चाइना में पहुंचा. Then again from Japan to it went to the Egypt. You can see here Egypt.
Yes, sir.
This one is the Egypt. Egypt में this portion, this Cairo portion, it took around 10th century. China से कोरिया गया 500 AD. कोरिया जापान गया, it took 10 years. Again Japan to this Egypt and Syria. This is the Syria. You can see here, this is the Syria, this is Egypt. In Egypt, this Cairo place is there. In Syria, this Damascus, this place. So here it took 10th century to reach in Egypt and Syria. Then in the year 1151 AD, it reached to the Spain and Latvia. So where is the Spain? You can see here, this is your Spain. Spain and Latvia is here. Here is the Latvia. This is the means European country. So here in 1151 AD, it reached to the European country, Latvia in Spain. Then further it spread it to other countries, say for example, Germany, then Italy, then France, then UK. UK, you can see here, UK, France, Germany, then Italy. Means almost entire world, it has been spreaded after this Egypt and Syria. Then first paper mill was established in USA. USA, this is USA. So that is in this area, New York area, this Pennsylvania, the first paper mill was established in the year of 1690. So first discovery of paper in China. From China, it reached to Korea. It took 500 years. That means in 600 AD. Then from Korea to Japan, it took 10 years. From Japan to Egypt and Syrian country, it took 10th century. And then from Egypt to Syria, it spread most of the world during the 16th century. And after this, after spreading entire country, the first paper mill was established in the USA, that is in Pennsylvania, in New York, USA. So that is the history of paper. Okay. Now we will go there again our. Then you are seeing the presentation.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Which slide?
History of
History of paper.
paper.
Acha. So now now what are the raw materials used for manufacturing of paper or paper board? So this is one. This raw material is what?
Bamboo.
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 So bamboo is
Bamboo.
also used for manufacturing of paper and paper board. Then this one,
Soft
huh?
cane bag. Cane
sugar
baggage.
cane
Sugar cane है.
Sir, cane. Yes, sir.
लग रहा है
Cane
sir.
baggage.
हाँ, cane baggage. Cane
Yes,
baggage है ये. So this is also used for manufacturing of paper and paper boards. Then this one,
Soft wood.
correct. This is the soft wood. Then this
Straw.
paddy straw hai. This is also used for the manufacturing of this paper and boards. Then the used paper, your newspaper hai na, that is also used for preparation of paper and board. Then we are having a wood pulp. Wood pulp is also used for the preparation of or manufacturing of paper and boards. Okay, so we will go one by one. So this wood pulp is most commonly used. So this wood pulp generally prepared from the timber. जो wood है ना, wood से हम wood pulp बनाते हैं. छोटे छोटे टुकड़े में हम उसको काट करके पानी के साथ mix करते हैं. Then we are grinding and mixing together, so we will get a wood pulp. So that is the wood pulp. So wood generally it is a two kinds, hardwood and softwood. If the wood pulp is prepared from softwood, the nature of the wood pulp will be long slender fiber. And if the wood pulp is prepared from the hardwood, then it is having a stout, that means strong, short fiber. So that is the wood pulp if we are extracting from the softwood or hardwood. Then paper and board, if it is prepared from the soft wood pulp, they are having a better mechanical properties and it is better suited for packaging application. So soft wood से अगर हम paper और paper board बना रहे हैं, so they are having a better mechanical strength and it is most suited for packaging application. As we know, this pulp is the raw material for production of paper, paper board, corrugated board, and other similar products. Today, about 97% of the world paper and board is made from wood pulp. That means जितना भी raw materials अभी हमने दिखाया, out of that 97% of the world's paper and board is made from wood pulp. Understood? So if we are looking to the constituent of wood, so wood is a basically three composition, that cellulose, then hemicellulose and lignin. These three this component is responsible to make a wood. Cellulose, it is a what? Cellulose. Cellulose is what? Hello?
पॉलीमर है सर.
Polymer of what?
ग्लूकोज.
Glucose. So it is a polysaccharide or carbohydrate we can say. So it is a homopolysaccharide, not a heteropolysaccharide. Homopolysaccharide, that means same molecules are combining together and forming a polymers. So here glucose molecules are combining together. Only alpha glucose, not a beta glucose. Alpha glucose unit will combine together and form a polymers of glucose, and that are known as cellulose. So alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage will be there. This cellulose is the most abundant which found in the nature. Most abundant organic compound which found in the nature is the cellulose. If we are saying this property, cellulose is moderately resistant to the action of chlorine and dilute sodium hydroxide under mild condition, but it is modified and dissolved under more severe condition. So this is the property of cellulose. It is relatively resistant to oxidation, and because of that, bleaching operation can be used to remove small amount of purity, lignin. Because this woody composition, if we are looking, so cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. So we can remove the hemicellulose and lignin. Only we will focus on the cellulose. So it will come while we are going for the manufacturing or production process. That time how we are removing the hemicellulose as well as the lignin. Then hemicellulose, it is a hemicellulose. Cellulose, it is there, but it is hemi in nature. So half cellulose, we can say. Basically, it is a low molecular weight mixed sugar polysaccharide consisting one or more of xylose, mannose, arabinose, and galactose. These are what? Xylose, mannose, arabinose, galactose is what?
वो इस चीज से मिलकर बना है हेमिसेलुलोज.
So basically,
Sugar.
xylose or mannose. What is this? Galactose.
Monosaccharide.
Monosaccharide. Correct. So hemicellulose property, if you are seeing, usually soluble in dilute alkali. Then another component of wood is the lignin. So lignin is a branched polyphenolic polymer. Lignin is a highly branched polyphenolic polymer, and it has no fiber forming property and is attacked by chlorine and sodium hydroxide. It softens at about 160 degrees C. So this hemicellulose component and lignin component from the wood we are removing. While we will go for manufacturing process, so from the woods we are removing hemicellulose and lignin. Only we will focus on the cellulose. Okay. Then there is a different methods producing wood pulp. As we already know that wood pulp, 97% of the world paper is prepared from the wood pulp. So how we will form, of how we can manufacture, how we can produce wood pulp? So from the wood, so different method is there. So mechanical wood pulp, how we are producing? So we are grinding the timber or wood mechanically, and the pulp which is obtained by grinding, it may be bleached or unbleached. We can give a bleaching treatment or unbleaching treatment, means we can give or we may not to give. That is the mechanical wood pulp. So generally grinding the wood mechanically, and whatever the pulp we are obtaining, we are giving a treatment or we are not also giving a treatment. That means bleaching treatment dete bhi hai or nahi bhi dete, maybe or may not be. Then chemical wood pulp, you can see this is the chipped wood. Chota chota hai na wood ka tukra. So chipped wood is treated with the chemicals at high temperature. Why we are giving these chemicals? To remove the hemicellulose and lignin component of wood. Only we will focus on the cellulose. That's why in chemical wood pulp we are removing the lignin and hemicellulose. We are forming the pulp having almost the cellulose component. So if you are giving the percentage by wood composition, you can see here, cellulose is having 38 to 50%. It varies from the wood to wood. Then hemicellulose 23 to 32%. Then lignin 15 to 25%. So these two components we are removing and we are focusing on the cellulose. So in chemical wood pulp production, we are having a two process. One process is called as sulfate pulp or sulfate treatment pulp or kraft pulp. Sulfate pulp we are having. So what we are doing in sulfate pulp production, we are converting the wood. We are converting wood to wood pulp by treating wood chip with hot water, sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfide. So wood चिप जो है या वुड है उसको हम ट्रीट करेंगे. वुड चिप को हॉट गर्म पानी डालना है, सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड डालना है, सोडियम सल्फाइड देंगे, तो वी विल गेट द क्राफ्ट पल्प और सल्फेट पल्प. So this kraft pulp, sulfate pulp is also known as kraft pulp and it is the strongest of paper. जितना भी पेपर हम मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं, क्राफ्ट पेपर जो होता है that is the most strongest paper. Unbleached form is commonly used for grocery pack. This you can see. This is the kraft paper. So basically this is used. Basically this is used for grocery bag. If bleached and coated, it is commonly used for butcher lab. अगर हम bleaching treatment देंगे और उसको coating treatment देंगे, then we can use for the butchery wrap. Butchery wrap that means जो butcher shop होते हैं हमारा butcher shop, they are producing the meat. They are dressing the meat and they are selling the meat. So that paper is used for wrapping the meat, dressed meat. So that is the butcher wrap, and that is bleached and coated. This sulfate pulp. Wait. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In between problem. Okay, we will continue. So chemical wood pulp we are means producing by two treatment. One is the sulfate treatment, another one is sulfide treatment. In sulfate treatment, what we are doing, we are treating the wood chip with a hot water, then sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfide. So whatever the pulp will be means produced, that pulp is known as sulfate pulp or kraft pulp. This kraft pulp or kraft paper is used for the grocery packing के लिए we are using this unbleached form of kraft paper, that is the grocery bag, and bleached and coated kraft paper is used for butcher wrap. Butcher wrap, that means the peoples who are selling the meat, means they are dressing the meat, the butchering process. After that they will dress the meat and they will sell. So during the selling times they are wrapping the meat. So that wrapping paper is known as butcher wrap, which is bleached and coated, and that wrap is used for selling the dressed meat. So if we are giving a SC treatment of paper pulp that modifies the cellulose, जो अभी हम cellulose we are extracting, the sulfate treatment we are providing to the wood. So whatever the hemicellulose and lignin molecules will be there, it will be segregated. we are removing that molecules. We are focusing on the cellulose. So if we are giving a acid treatment of paper pulp, that modifies the cellulose and give rise to water or oil resistance. So if we are giving a acid treatment of paper, it modifies the cellulose molecules, and because of that, it is resistance to water or oil. And these papers are called as grease proof or glassing paper. अगर हम एसिड ट्रीटमेंट करेंगे पेपर पल्प को, तो वो क्या होगा, हमारा वाटर और ऑयल रेजिस्टेंस को वो इंप्रूव करेगा. And that type of paper is called as grease proof or glassing paper. Okay, and it also increase the physical strength, mechanical strength, we can say it can increase. Then another one is sulfite pulp. In sulfite pulp, what we are doing, we are converting the wood to wood pulp by a treatment. So what treatment we are giving to the wood chip? Wood chip है, छोटा छोटा टुकड़ा था ना ये chip, not this one, this one, you can see, this is your wood chip. So this wood chip we are giving a treatment, chemical treatment we are giving. One is the sulfate treatment. In sulfate treatment, we are giving a hot water, sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfide. Whereas in sulfite treatment or sulfite pulp, we are giving a treatment with the chemicals of the salts of sulfite and bisulfite. Say for example, sodium sulfide or bisulfite, calcium sulfide, magnesium sulfide, ammonium sulfide. All these chemicals we are treating. We are giving a treatment to this wood, chipped wood. So what will happen if we are giving a treatment, the lignin or hemicellulose, that will be removed from the wood and only the cellulose compound will be there. So conversion of wood to wood pulp by treating wood chip with a solution of sulfite and bisulfite ions. So we are having a sodium sulfide, calcium sulfide, potassium sulfide, magnesium sulfide, ammonium sulfide or bisulfide. So whatever the pulp we are producing from this sulfate or sulfide treatment, it may be bleached or unbleached. Why we are giving a bleaching treatment? We are giving a bleaching treatment to enhance the glossiness, to give a whiteness to the paper. We are giving a bleaching treatment. Then we are having another method by which we can produce the wood pulp, the semi-chemical pulp. So it is a combination of both mechanical wood pulp and chemical wood pulp. The combination of this, by these two treatment, we are producing semi-chemical pulp. So we will give two treatment. That's why it is called as semi-chemical pulp. Okay. Now, another, after preparation of this pulp, that means after preparation of this pulp, what we are doing, we are dispersing the pulp on a platform or module to dry the surface, and it will produce the film or paper. If it is forming a paper, that paper is not sufficient to give all the functional properties of the particular food. So what we have to do, we have produced the paper, we have produced the paper board, but that paper we can't use for a specific food. So what we are doing, we are giving a coating. We are giving a coating treatment to the paper. We are applying a coat on the surface of the paper. We are applying a coat on the surface of the board or paper board. Why we are giving a coating treatment? To enhance the functional property, to enhance the appearances, to enhance the printability, to enhance the appearances, and it will attract the buyer. So we are giving a several coating treatments. If we are giving a clay or calcium carbonate and binder coating to the paper, it may enhance the appearances and printability. This is the one functional property we are improving by giving a clay coating, calcium carbonate or binder coating. Then another coating we are giving, that is the fluorocarbon. Why we are giving a fluorocarbon coating? To enhance the grease resistance. Grease resistance, some food, say for example butter. Butter है हमारा, butter that is the fat rich. So if we are using a paper for wrapping of fat product or fat rich product or fat rich food product, that wrapping material must have a grease resistance or grease resistance. So for that, in paper we are applying a fluorocarbon coating to enhance the grease resistance. Then another one is the silicone coating. Nowadays we are also using a microwave woven. We are also using microwave woven or ordinary woven for cooking the food. So if we are using a tray and we have kept the food and inserting into the microwave woven or ordinary woven, and after giving a heat treatment, if we are removing the tray with food, and then food, if we are taking out, that food should not stick to the tray. So to easily removal, we are giving a silicone treatment to the paper or paper board. If the board is used for this microwave cooking or ordinary oven cooking. So that's why we are giving a silicone treatment. So after giving a heat treatment, if we are removing the food, we can easily remove the food. Food is not going to stick to the tray or plates or paper. Okay. So this is one of the functional property. Another, we are giving a polyethylene coating over the paper or paper board. Why we are giving a polyethylene coating? To enhance the water vapor properties, water vapor resistance, and also the grease resistance and heat solubility. Polyethylene, we are giving a coating over the paper. Why we are giving? It will act as a barrier against water vapor. It will act as a barrier against water. It will act as a barrier against grease, and it may also act as a heat seal ability. That means during the heat sealing operation, we can easily pack if the paper is coated with a polyethylene lining. So if the two polyethylene lining is there, we can easily pack because they are having a heat seal ability. We can easily heat seal. Then another coating we are giving polypropylene. Why we are giving polypropylene coating to the paper or paper board? To get improved grease resistance and heat resistance. So grease resistance, especially for the fat food, if we are using for packing, and heat resistance. If the food which require a higher temperature, so we can easily use the polypropylene because it is having a high heat resistance. Say for example, boil in bag. Boil in bag, we are giving 100 degrees Celsius. So 100 degrees Celsius, what will happen? The packaging material may not soft because they are having a higher softening point. So that is the heat resistance. Then PET treatment also we are giving PET coating to the paper or boards. So these PET coated boards are more heat resistance compared to the polypropylene. That's why it is used for dual purpose, microwave or domestic ovenable board packaging. Then varnish we are applying after printing to give glossiness to the pack or to provide protection. If the food is packed for frozen product, so it also give a resistance to frozen condition, resistance to water, and also minimizes the scratches, abrasion. So varnish coating also we are applying. Wax coating, why we are applying to the paper? To impact water resistance